So we'll start seated, connecting to our Ujjayi breath. Now feel the shoulders relax. Just giving the body a moment or two just to engender that gesture of release. The eyes, the hands, the shoulders, the hip crease. So even if the body feels sleepy, the quality of attention, the quality of awareness can be high. And feel that those things can be different. The quality of attention can be really high rev, even if the body feels like it has a bit of torpor to it. We're going to start off with rounds of Kapalabhati. So I'll suggest just a right over left cross for now, and then we'll switch sides. So Kapalabhati, short, sharp exhalations. We'll keep this super brief. So with feet active, we'll do about 30 pumps. And then we'll switch sides. We'll do another 30, and we'll regather. So let's begin that. Kapalabhati, 30 rounds. Switch the cross of legs, another 30 rounds. Begin. When you're through, reconnecting to Ujjayi breath. Is it deeper, slower, coarser, smoother? How does that occur to you? So Maryatasana, we'll set the left leg out straightened. The right leg remain bent. Sole of right foot on ground. Inhale with right arm, reach up, reach forward. So helping to lengthen the torso. Exhale, fold. I'm reaching with that right arm. Reaching to that inner left leg. And the right arm encircles the right shin. Send right shoulder, right arm back into the shin. And with this high rev, or this high degree of attention, you can start to inquire, what do I deeply wish to know? And then relaxing through the back of the neck, that information may start to reach the brainstem area, the back of the head. Release. Inhale, keeping that neck soft, relaxed, eyes soft. Okay. We'll slip into Baddha Konasana, bringing soles of feet together. Side bend. Inhale the left hand to the ground. Again, right arm lifts up, reaches up. Starting to wrap that right shoulder, which is turning on the chest, the armpit muscles. Exhale, side bend left. And release left ear toward left palm. So now breathing into more the right side of the ribs. So getting breath into the shoulder blade, the back side, the flank side. There you go. Mm-hmm. Inhale, we'll stretch that right arm up over, helping the trunk up, the head up, and we'll switch sides. So, right leg straightened for Mariachasana, left leg bent. And with inhale, use the left arm, lift it up, helping to fan and open up the rib cage. Exhale, reach forward. And circling left shin. And inhale, the left chest ribs forward. So that left arm presses into the shin. And release. Inhale, we'll come upright. Bring again the soles of feet together for side bend. Placing the right hand on the ground, exhaling, side bend right. So actively drawing the right shoulder blade down the rib cage. So getting some activity through those right back and shoulder muscles. All the while spreading the left back side of the shoulder blade, shoulder. So some of that musculature is escorting that shoulder blade toward the armpit, toward the chest. And inhale, we'll take the left arm up, over. Okie dokes. Let's lie back and we'll get the abdomen moving, squishing, expressing. Okay. So we did a few different little variations yesterday. So if you like the leaving the head down, if you like the leaving the feet down, all of those are options. But as we inhale, feel the back ribs expanding into the ground. The head can raise. And then shifting the tailbone, which just subtly lengthens the spine, the low spine. Exhale, raise, reach out the left leg. And one of the points, reaching that left leg out, is to check and feel that anything in the backside moves, sway, lift, curve, destabilize. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. So feeling that low back, getting breath, spreading into the ground. And there, with some abdominal oomph, it remains. So there's some oomph. Exhale, reach out through that right leg and feel that the back remains on the ground. So part of this actually helps us open up our hips to be able to move the leg independently of the torso. Inhale, bend the right knee. Curling tailbone, back torso stays put. Exhale, send that left leg out without the back moving, swaying, lifting away from the ground. Pull low belly down. Inhale into the low belly. Kind of gluing it to the ground. Curl tailbone, exhale, right leg reach out. And just starting to notice if there's sway or lift or change in the torso, and that'll help you find some new abdominal muscles, new ways of breathing. So we keep that connection to our lower torso section. All right, inhale, bend that right knee. Continue. Let's do 3 more per side. We can do those at our own pace. With that breath, with the feeling sense of our breath, helping us remain in this solar plexus and this lower abdomen region of the body, that we can situate there, we can remain there, we can inhabit there. And that way we can come from there, we can speak from there, move from there. But it's helpful to know where there is. We want to give ourselves plenty of feeling moments. Where is there? What does that feel like to be in the low abdomen? With certainty. Right? And that'll be plenty. So once we do that few on each side, we'll call that good. let's do some dolphin. Those upper ribs and shoulders can always use some love. So let's turn over, setting up elbows and knees, forearms. And the arms or shoulders, draw them down. That's down over the rib cage, pushing the earth. I recommend get the toe pads curled under so that push through the forearms with the toes will help you find that wrap a little bit better, my opinion. And then moving on your exhale, we'll press the knees off the ground. And gently set the knees down and take rest there. We'll slide the hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, move into downward dog. And finding that wrap of shoulders again, which again, it's a chest armpit muscle activation, which broadens the upper back. Then as you broaden the upper back, and you feel some of that neck structure smoothing, lengthening away from the neck bones and nerves. Deepen breath. So within that feeling, there's that breathing acknowledgement of my neck at this moment can feel soft, receptive to all this information moving through the spinal cord, the nervous system, many breathing, feeling moments of the neck can be soft, open to receive information. It does take a little bit of kind of manipulation, if you will, to feel the shoulder blades move around the rib cage. Not just to hold the body up, but to get those shoulder blades kind of sliding closely around the ribs, and then to breathe into the upper back. To be able to feel that space between the shoulder blades, such an interesting area. Inhale the right foot forward, warrior two. We'll take those arms out to the side for a kite hawk. So turning the palms up. And then on the exhale, turning from the shoulder blades, from the spine. So the spine starts to move, the shoulder blades lift up, the arms turn. Inhaling, moving from the spine, so the spine unfurls. And then the arms move secondarily. Exhaling, spine moves. The shoulder blades raise up, slide up the back. The arm bones turn. You can tip the chin down if that's all right on your neck. Exhaling, the spine unfurls. The arms move. The palms turn up. Let's do one more. All right, extended warrior variation. Exhaling, we'll go right forearm to thigh and rotate. Rotating that left arm, bring it behind the back. Latch onto thigh or waistband. And keep pressing, nudging that right forearm down. So this right shoulder can experience lightness. And release. Inhaling, letting that left arm go. I'm going to pad the left knee. Set it down. Okay. I'm going to first grab the foot with the left hand. This will be a chest opening move, so I'm letting foot take the hand back. And if balance feels adequate, then I grab with the right also. So all of that breathing into the low ribs that we've been doing the last handful of days applies, especially in these back bend types of places. I deploy that breath into the back side of the body. It helps support my low back so it doesn't get smashed up. So yeah, I do use a little bit of that abdominal corseting, containment. I'm not squeezing with my abdomen, but there's an abdominal something, there's some presence, there's some onness that lets me move and feel my breath in the back of the body. It gives us a lot of lift through that low back and through the organs, yeah? All right, we'll release. Inhale, set the foot down, hands down. Exhaling, we'll lower down. We're just going to continue on with some chest types of opening, breathing. So once lowered, we'll go fingertips to the bottom of the butt. Shift the tailbone down. Inhale. Fingertips, pull on those active butt muscles. And the chest lifts. Exhaling, strong reach through legs, straight back. And release. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhaling, downward dog. And the legs actively pull the pelvis, the torso, and that lengthy back and up direction. The arms can stretch and reach even more. So we can get into the lats, we can get into those armpits, we can get into those those shoulder and chest structures. So let those very active legs help you find a deeper, fuller stretch through the arm lines. Yeah, keep going, legs. Be strong, legs. There they are. Inhale, step the left foot forward, warrior two. We'll start off with that kite hawk. So we're turning the palms up. And then exhaling, raising the shoulder blades up the back, up the ribs. Turning those arm bones in, chin down, optional. So inhaling, unfurling that spine up. The chest broadens, the arm bones turn. Exhale, starting with the spine kind of coils down, the shoulders slide up, the arm bones turn. And hopefully your shoulder joints feel free when we start this at the spine. Next exhale, extended warrior variation. We go left forearm to the thigh, right hand behind back. Grab on to thigh or waistband. Release. Setting up for a lunge, chest opener. So some padding for the right knee may be desirable. Start with the right hand. Grabbing the right foot. We can always move to both hands, grabbing right foot. And let the foot draw the arms straight back. Inhaling, we'll set foot down, hands down. Exhaling, we'll step back, lower down for boat. So interlacing fingers. And if it's better on your shoulders to go for the bottom of the butt, that option's still available. Tailbone shifts down, which does engage the butt muscle. So either way, the butt is functioning. Inhale into the abdomen, behind the sternum. Exhaling, the knuckles reach back. And release. Inhaling, hands under chest. Exhaling, downward dog. right, so interlock warrior. Inhale the right foot forward. So warrior 2 stance. And the interlock. Exhaling this right arm under the thigh and this left arm behind the back. Use the placement of the left leg and that energy of the left leg to help open up, to bring you into that left side rib cage, chest wall, that left side. That left leg is a huge ally to accessing that left waist, left side. I find it helpful to get the heel reaching into the earth. Active foot. Those butt muscles who are triggering on, getting those butt muscles and the tailbone to shift toward the left heel. All of that leg stuff, I feel, matters a lot to the torso. There we go. Wow, how sweet. Oh, those breathing organs. This is wonderful. Let's give it a couple more breaths. It looks really sweet through those rib organs. Release. Half moon. Inhale. I'm going to just wiggle my left foot forward. That'll give me enough leading room as I can plant that right hand, drawing the left foot hip height, and then exhaling, pressing that left sole of foot away from the brain. You can play as if that left leg is unclogging the bottom of the skull, the bottom of the brain. Kind of a fun notion. And that way we're opening up to that left side pelvis as we're relaxing underneath the skull. All right, vertical splits. So we might be able to make the move by keeping that left leg skyward and turning carefully. If there's any back issues, you might want to set the foot down, turn the hips, and then re-enter raising left leg. And inhale, we'll set the left foot down, hands down, knees down. We'll set all the things down. And we're going to pause right here to do a dolphin strut just on one side. Reminder, strut is dolphin, where one arm reaches back and grabs the ankle. So necessary for this is that ability to take one arm away from the ground. So if that's not within your range of shoulder options, then just work the dolphin with us. Right? So the setup must be forearms straight out. When we exhale, press the knees up. We're going to weight shift into the left arm. Right hand reaches for right ankle. Dolphin strut. We'll set the knees down. Inhaling, we'll slide both hands under the shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. Interlock warrior. Inhale the left foot forward. Pardon. Exhaling the left arm under the left thigh, the right arm behind the back. That right leg reach can help kind of decongest the tissues around the ribs, the waist. That right side. I'll say that again. The activity, the energy we're experiencing through that right leg can help decongest the inertia around that right lung. So let that right leg reach so you can breathe and wash and open and clear that right waist and that right lung area. Good, good. I'm so glad to see some of those chest and armpit, those deeper chest areas looking exposed to breath. That's really sweet. That's such a crucial, crucial juncture. Good. All right, here's our half moon. Release hands. Then I just wiggle my right foot forward because I kind of took a deep stance there. Now I can set that left hand down. Exhaling the right heel away from my brain. Now that leg can help me unclog my brain. Wouldn't that be nice? So sending that right leg away from the bottom of the skull. Is there a connection there? Does that make a difference? I love this as a walking meditation. This sense of reaching and lengthening through the legs so verily that it lightens up the bottom of the skull. Such a sweetie, sweetie way to walk. Instead of our skull being jostle-packed down onto our spine. Right, vertical splits. So turning the hips, raising, reaching that right leg away, setting right hand down. And the other option is set the foot down, turn the hips, and bring the right leg back up. Inhale, we'll set that right foot down, hands down, knees down. We're going to set up that Dolphin strut on the other side. So the forearms down in parallel. Exhaling the knees off the ground this time. Weight shift into the right arm. Left hand reach for left ankle. Press mightily through that right forearm. And release. We'll set those knees down a moment. Inhale, sliding hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. So step two, whatever is a restful or transition moment for you. We're going to do two things, downward dog at the wall, and then we'll do a seated thing. So just a little wall axis. And as we go downward dog on the wall, we'll be taking one leg away from the wall at a time. So once you have your spot, that great wrap of the shoulders, you can breathe into those low ribs, which will supply us with a lot of support. And then exhaling, we'll press feet up, hip height. And now we'll bring the right leg away from the wall. Maybe 3 or 4 breaths. And then we'll bring the left leg away from the wall. 3 or 4 breaths. Now, if it's more stable on your shoulders, to keep both feet on the wall, please, you'll have to make those decisions. Cool. And breathing into the low ribs. So you still feel that breath in the back side, the back ribs, the low back. There's where that abdominal stuff comes into play. There you go. And when you're complete, we'll just step down. That'll be that. And that's the only thing for the wall. And take a shoelace position. Right over left. And we're doing a chest opener with a fold. So some ideas, you could preemptively set a block up in front, just so that when we fold, if you need to just rest the forehead, use a bit of buttress. Now interlacing hands behind back, in shoelace. Inhale, ribs lifting, telescoping up. Exhaling, sending the knuckles away from the back of the brain. So this is option one. We can stay upright, just working the chest opening, spine vertical. Option two is folding while the hands are clasped, and option three is folding but undoing the clasp. Okay. Feet active as you fold. Let the reach of the arms help you to keep escorting the ribs forward, so they don't clump up and around the solar plexus. And inhaling, we'll come upright, releasing. We'll switch sides. All right. So there should, of course, be no pins and needles. If you need to, use the fingertips on the ground to create a chest opening move. That's also an option. I didn't mention that earlier. All right. So inhaling into the chest wall. Option one is vertical, stay upright. Option two is fold. And release. We'll come up, out. All right, let's unwind. And we'll lie back for Shavasana. Feel how all your cells are breathing. Feel how all of your body as a whole is respiring. Here too in Shavasana, the degree of attention, the quality of kind of vigilant, bright, focused attention can be quite high even though the body is resting. The physical body is moving into a state of rest. Just letting your body and your breath have these moments together. And sometimes we have body moments without the breath. Sometimes we have these breath moments without the body. Let your body and your breath have these moments together. And now, we'll bend knees. Turn to a side and press to seated. Namaste.